Targets neutralized.
Hey guys, Mattcom here. I wanted to introduce this game I just played called Metal Eden. It's a single player, very classically styled Arena FPS game. If you played the recent Doom games, they're very reminiscent of that, and really for anyone who's trying to scratch that Arena FPS itch. And there hasn't been a lot of good titles out, and really they've kind of died out for a lot of multiplayer games, and you get more single player experiences like the recent Doom games, for instance. This, though, is a completely different new world with different music, kind of a different vibe to it, but it has that kind of fast-paced action. A lot of parkour and movement is necessary to stay alive. You kind of get constrained to different maps or arenas where you have to kind of learn the movement mechanics. And you'll also find a lot of sort of power-ups. You get ammo, weapons, health, armor, things like that by kind of moving through the environment during these fights. So far, the enemies I fought aren't too, over the top yet. They're kind of the basic grunts in the first level. And that's what you get to play in the demo, is you play through just the first level of the game. You get a few weapons, and which I had a lot of fun with. Even the original gun you start off with is just kind of this energy-based SMG that quickly overheats, and you got to manage the heat sink on it. It's satisfying. The guns sound great. They act kind of great, and they all fit into different purposes. Like I said, you kind of just get the three first guns. You get a revolver as well, and you also find a shotgun in this first level. And again, much like the Doom games, you have upgrade paths where you introduce a different alternate fire for each of the guns, and you can upgrade them in different ways, spending a currency in the game called dust. It's very familiar, I think, if you've played the Doom games, but the guns feel different, they feel satisfying, and they had a lot of punch to them for an Arena FPS. Lots of bits and pieces fly off the enemy as you shoot into them. It was fun. Really, though, where these Arena FPS games shine is in their movement. You get these very kind of vertical arena map feeling areas that you go to. They kind of lock down the area. Multiple waves will spawn in, so you get more and more enemies coming at you. And you got to explore them. You got to find the pickups. You kind of got to learn how to navigate through the environment. The ones I played in were a little small. I'm really hoping as you play the game, we're going to find some bigger maps, more expansive arenas, and a lot more enemies and things to fight. That being said, the movement is fun. You get a dodge mechanic that works very quickly. You can kind of jump around. You get a limited fuel supply, so you can kind of hover up and move a little bit as you're dodging around. And all this stuff is upgradable. So as you're playing the game, you're going to find kind of ability points, which are going to kind of give you more abilities to play with. Now, again, I'm referencing Doom a lot here, but one of the core mechanics is, how do you get ammo? How do you get health as you're fighting? And rather than using a chainsaw like you do in Doom, you pull a core out of the enemy unit, destroying kind of a low-level grunt, and then you're able to sort of either consume that, giving you a powerful melee attack, which busts through armor, or you can throw that core onto an enemy, kind of explode, again, the lower level grunts, and they'll drop some ammo, and you can pick that up. That is on a cooldown, but you can reset that cooldown by finding certain pickups around these like arena-styled maps. So, honestly, if you've played Doom, it's gonna feel very reminiscent, at least kind of the core gameplay, where it feels like an Arena FPS. It feels very fast-moving. And kind of you get these kind of arenas to do combat in. And honestly, if you've played the old Unreal games, old Quake games, you'll enjoy this format of gaming. So the thing I'm most excited about for this game, and really kind of what's got me hype on it, is the overall world and tone they've sort of established here. It's got a really slick vibe to it. Everything from the UI to the atmosphere. Really set kind of a mood, and that's really amplified by its great sound design. All the weapons feel very punchy. They got great sounds to them. The world really kind of brings you in. But the thing that steps really makes it next level for me is the frickin' soundtrack is just amazing. As you're fighting these enemies, jumping around and quickly moving through the environments, you have this kind of booming, and atmospheric at the same time soundtrack that is just fun. I had a lot of fun playing the game. It kind of brought it all together with the graphics and the world and the gunplay and the quick movement. It really sold a complete package. But let's just take a minute and just appreciate the sounds of this game.
Next wave incoming. Warning, ISC unit inbound.
Overdrive active.
Final wave.
Overdrive active.
And there you have it, folks. That's Metal Eden. My first impressions of this game were quite positive. It feels a little Doom light in a way. And I think that's just partially because you're only fighting certain enemies. It's the first level. It's smaller map sizes. You know, you'll have a very limited selection of guns and abilities. And I'm really hoping there's going to be a lot more to this game. As we get to see it come out. It comes out in a couple days. You can download the demo right now on Steam. It's free. And really, I think if you get at least a good 10-15 hour campaign here, this feels like a good like $30-40 game for me. You know, I don't know if I would spend $60 on it necessarily, but it scratches that Arena FPS itch. I was kind of really impressed by the sound design. That felt really good to me, and just overall kind of world and vibe was interesting. Like I want to play more. I was kind of bummed I just got to play one level, and that's a good last impression to have. Is I want to see more out of this game. It seems fun, and yeah, I'm gonna check it out. It comes out in a couple days here on September 2nd. I just wanted to share my first impressions. That's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is MacCom signing off, and remember to like and subscribe the video. Take care.